episode of The World Today, where we are going to discuss many headlines published on our national and also on the international websites, and we are going to focus on our domestic and also regional arena. We are going to start from Al-Ahram online, but before we start, let me first welcome our dear guest live here in the studio, our political analyst of this episode, who is an expert in tourism, Dr. Heba Zahran. Dr. Heba, hello.
Hello.
Have a very good afternoon first, and as I said, we are going to start from Al-Ahram online, and we do have a lot of banners, so if you permit me, we are going to start immediately. And our very first headlines are concerned with the expected visit by the French President, by François Hollande, which is going to take place on Sunday, inshallah, and Hollande is going to be accompanied by about 60 French businessmen. Let's read. Hollande visits Egypt on Sunday to boost economic ties. French President François Hollande will arrive in Egypt on Sunday, his second visit to the country in less than a year, in a trip which will see the signing of a number of bilateral economic agreements. President El-Sisi and Hollande are expected to sign MOUs of memos of understanding and agreements on a number of fields and projects, including training, electricity, generating renewable energy, the Cairo Metro, and the sewage system projects, among other things, of course. And since you are here, ma'am, and since we are talking about tourism and about this visit, I think it's a multi-message visit, if I can say so. To be sent not only, this day is not only to the international community, but to the Egyptians themselves, if we can list some of those messages before going into the details.
You're totally right, especially that this is the second visit within less than 1 year.
Yeah.
From what's happening around, we can see very clear that Egypt's future is very promising for the worldwide.
Yeah.
Not only between Arab Republic or between Africa countries and citizens. So this again put us very obviously that we are going on the right track from the economic point of view and diplomatic point of view. Mm-hmm. Now most of the very important presidents around the world are visiting Egypt mm-hmm. with a huge
delegations.
Delegations,
yeah.
yes, but they do have a plan, they do have economic agenda. Mm-hmm. They're looking forward to establish a lot of investments here in Egypt. Mm-hmm. So yes, we have to admit that we are on the right track, and Egypt's future is very promising for everyone.
Regarding tourism, and regarding the way Egypt is to do its homework before receiving tourists from all over the world.
Yeah.
Simply, I think a little bit I know how the French people may think. Whenever our president is there, accompanied with a high-ranking delegation consisting of tens of businessmen in addition to the political figures, meaning that it's safe to go and it's safe to spend our vacations there. How should we prepare, or what's our homework?
Well, actually, we are working right now on, we start our homework. What we need is to reorganize ourselves mm-hmm.
Based
on the human resources, based on the qualification people around who are working or used to work on the industry. We lost half of them, maybe 50% or more. We lost.
Directly or indirectly?
I can say 50% directly we lost them. Mm-hmm. Because of the situations and economic-wise, everyone has his own private and family issues. So he has to find his way to cover his expenses.
And we cannot blame them.
We cannot blame them. But meanwhile, we start to work now to recall again our expert people in the industry, especially the hotels and tourism industry. We will start to make a very strong training courses again to build up again calibers, new calibers, you know, to make them
This is a story or a side of the coin. But if you permit me, ma'am, propaganda. How we should propagate for Egypt to once again, far from the media outlets, the Western media outlets, which are all the time in a race to show Egypt as not a safe or secure country. How we are not a safe or secure country whenever we are receiving heads of states from all over the world, last but not least, François Hollande.
Yeah, let me tell you from the other side, what they are doing to promote their countries from the tourism point of view. Number one they have is the word of mouth.
Yeah.
So word of mouth can easily comes very fast with the very positive messages about the places you visit around the world even from people.
Yeah.
So this plus media, I cannot put the media aside.
Sure.
Media, but before the media is the way how we delegate the hospitality, meaning to the guests around. So again here the training, and again here we need to call the professional and the right calibers for the right place to rebuild our loyalty, our guest loyalty as well.
And taking you to The Guardian, to another piece of news, and it's about Libya this time. Well, foreign ambassadors return to Libya under the new government. Diplomats from France, Spain, and UK to return to Tripoli, and this is going to be another blow for those who hoped that Libya is going to remain into chaos after the fall of Muammar Gaddafi. France, Britain, and Spain have sent ambassadors to Tripoli as the international community tries to show solidarity with the new UN-brokered unity government for Libya, headed by Faiz al-Sarraj. Well, regarding talking about Libya, Libya is our western gate. And if Libya is safe and secure, meaning that it's going to be reflected onto Egypt, because as I said, it's our western gate.
Totally, yes.
First, how do you see the international community reacting toward Libya? Is it too late? Is it, okay, you can elaborate.
We cannot say too late because it's never too late. But actually what we need to focus on is the safety in Egypt. Because Egypt now is the main point for the whole region around. So we need to keep our country, we need to keep our sites and the country in safe. Our army, we can say that it's very strong, and they know how to deal with the destinations around us to secure Egypt and the countries near and around Egypt.
You know, ma'am, why I've asked this question in specific? Because the simple citizen who does not understand how the foreign relations should work, or how Egypt is, it's her destiny to be all the time the big sis to the Middle East region.
Exactly.
Why we do take care of what's going on onto the four borders. I mean, what's going on in the Gaza Strip, what's going on in Libya, what's going on in Sudan. I mean, we are surrounded, unfortunately, with chaos whenever it comes to the four borders.
We are the heart of the region. So,
and because of this, I want to send a message to the Egyptians, how we are moving concerning this, and if it is right or wrong, and why.
The first message we have to send very clear to the Egyptian, that first of all, we have to be very proud that we are Egyptians.
Amen to that.
Yes, this is
number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
The number one and two and for 20 or 100.
Yeah.
Second, Egypt have to take care of what's happening around, because the cities around you and the countries around you now they're already they don't have the strong army or the strong.
They don't have armies at all.
Exactly.
They are suffering liquidity.
They are suffering. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So I don't want to say that they don't have even the very basics to know what's going around. So we have to, and even to live. Yes, right. So we are the one have to look around ourselves, to scare ourselves, and to try to get them out of the cell.
So we just need some trust.
Exactly, yes.
Taking you to the World Bulletin to continue what's going on into the Arab arena, with the Syrian truth threatened with intense fighting. Well, fighting escalated around Syria's second city of Aleppo on Thursday as a Russian-backed government offensive strained a landmark ceasefire and threatened new round of peace talks which is taking place in Geneva. Well, before going into these details, worth mentioning that a delegation from the Egyptian Foreign Ministry headed to Geneva to participate in this round of peace talks, and we hope that it's going to have its effects on the ground, not only to be ink on paper. This is another way Egypt is behaving, or Egypt is doing or exerting all efforts to secure stability or to regain stability in another part of the Arab nations in Syria.
Right, right.
You know, I always ask this question to all my guests, I think for 5 years now. The main obstacle in the way now, it's whether Bashar al-Assad is going to remain or no, that the opposition want the transitional period without, even if it's going to include some of the figures under Bashar al-Assad but not Bashar al-Assad. Do you think that the disappearance of Bashar al-Assad will end or put an end finally to the 5-year war?
By all means have to be. Have to be with somehow, with some deals, we have to finalize this situation in Syria. And again, Bashar al-Assad, maybe he was smart enough to read what's going around, and he has a strong army before Syria.
Once.
They has. Yeah, but during the last 5 years, they have the capability to stand in front of what's happening. So I think that, I hope that after this conference, somehow they reach a deal. Either Bashar al-Assad to remain
you know, who should decide? First, second, and third.
People.
Who should decide? Syrian people. So with the intervention of Russia, of Iran, of any other power from outside without the permission of the Syrians, I think it's illegal. If you permit me to say so, or if you have another opinion.
No, you are totally right. Wherever Russian or wherever the countries around, everyone is trying to save his economic part in this piece of land.
Yep.
And they do have business over there, they do have investment and interest, yes. So each one is trying to put his fingerprint, we can say. But Syrian people, the only one have to take their decisions by their own. No one can take the decisions
for them.
No way.
And because also they are those who are really paying the dear price. Their lives, their homes, being refugees, just searching for asylum here or there, stuff like that. And because of this,
the most huge bill.
The question here is, why as Arabs we have not learned the lesson? I mean, after Saddam, Iraq is not better. After Muammar Gaddafi, Libya is not better. After even Ali Abdullah Saleh, Yemen is not better. Why you have not learned the lesson till the moment?
That's why we are calling the Egyptian people every single minute. We are the one must to be more clever and must to learn the lesson.
We must.
We have to.
The Daily Star is talking about Yemen. So Gulf-backed Yemeni forces seize city from Al-Qaeda. Well, Yemeni forces backed by Apache helicopters from Saudi-led coalition won the city of Houta from Al-Qaeda militants after gun battle on Friday morning. This is some good news.
Yeah,
retaking
yeah.
a city from the hands of the militants. First, ma'am, the so-called Nusra Front, the so-called Al-Qaeda, the so-called Ansar Bayt al-Maqdis, despite the fact that they knew and nothing about Jerusalem or Al-Quds, to be accurate. Don't you think that all those are the same coin but just having many faces?
Yes, you're totally right, exactly. And everybody knows. And this is the big question here. Everybody knows that those people are the same people. And every time they change the faces and the names.
Yeah.
But they're same people. Everybody knows that.
Would you please forget my conspiracy theory? Because I'm all the time asking questions for more questions. Despite this fact that Houthis are militants backed by Iran, which is a force far from Yemen and should not interfere, and even the OIC today with the final communique said that they do not accept the intervention of Tehran into the internal affairs of any Arab country. But yet, whenever we are talking about negotiations, we ask all sides to be there. Am I just rewarding a militant to be aside inside the negotiations, or this is politics? I really cannot understand.
Of course, this is politics. Number one, this is politics. Yes, we have to agree about that. And since years, the same game, still everybody's playing the same game, and they will continue playing the same game.
For the sake of whom?
For the sake of, each one has his vision and his targets. So politics will never end. But the smart part will win the big piece of cake.
You know?
So we have to play, we have to know the game very well first, and we have to know how to play it. But
who is paying the price? The people.
Population, everywhere. The population everywhere.
With or against what's going on Iraq regarding ousting the parliament speaker, the reshuffle?
It's the same game with different countries with different names.
Now it's from the Gulf today, where we continue to read Iraq MPs vote to fire the speaker. Well, Iraqi lawmakers voted to remove the parliament speaker and also his deputies from office, increasing political turmoil as the country battles militants and struggles also with a financial crisis. Now it's Iraqi struggle with Muqtada Sadr and what he has done with a sit-in in the green zone, reshuffle and all stuff like that, and now it's politicians with the Iraqi parliament. Once again, where are the Iraqi people? Why the Iraqis are just led like that and just moving to sectarian strife or to political strife far from the best interest of Iraq?
Yeah. Actually, the question, we cannot say where are the Iraqi people. Because Iraqi people are very suffering now. And no one of them actually still living in Iraq. Everybody left by a way or another just to keep his family in peace.
Yeah.
So Iraq now, we are looking, if we are looking to Iraq now, who's staying there? Some people are trying to rebuild the country by creating or building a parliament, or by having a community to lead the country for a future step. But again, they're not meeting each other.
Yeah.
They never sit around the table.
And there's a key word also, ma'am, if you permit me, corruption.
Of course, corruption is the basic now.
When corruption is there, then nothing can be achieved.
Exactly, and corruption is everywhere around. That's why, again, Egyptians have to
take care of this.
And take care of this.
Yeah. From the New York Times, we continue to read about Belgium's transportation minister resigns amid outcry. The transportation minister of Belgium resigned after the publication of leaked reports from the European Commission warning of security deficiencies at Brussels airport, the site of the two deadly terrorist bombings which took place on the 22nd of March. It's really amazing to find that there is no big powers which banned their citizens from going to Belgium, despite the fact that Belgium, Brussels, the EU headquarters, we are talking about a big power, maybe the most secure place on earth.
Place on earth, yes.
Double measures?
Double measures, that's sure, of course. But again, now we cannot say a place without safety or unsafety, or secured or unsecured. Around the world now, we can find in each country.
I want to compare if this happened in Egypt now.
Oh,
today,
wow.
It's the 15th of April. The attacks happened on the 22nd of March.
Yes.
It's only today when the transportation minister resigned, and it was not. It didn't take place except after those leaks of the reports speaking about the security deficiencies and stuff like that.
They know how to use the media against us.
Please elaborate.
Yeah, they know very well how to use the media against us. And from the other side, we still need to know how to defend their medias by our media. It's media against media, But we cannot say
I believe it's a psychic war.
Yeah, of course.
In a way.
Yeah, in a way, yes.
It is?
Right, it is, yes.
I'm going to see the opportunity as you were here with us, and when it comes to development and when it comes to tourism, then Dr. Heba Zahran should be our expert. Today, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, from the early hours of Friday, he went to Jabal al-Jalala, this wonderful place in between Al Ain al-Sukhna and Al-Za'farana by the Red Sea. Yeah. What about this place? What about the future of this place from the touristic point of view?
Okay, I'll tell you. This place, exactly, we have, our president has a plan to start working on some 100 to 20 projects, a new 200, around 200 projects in this place only.
Yeah.
Between tourism projects, and that's why France is coming, that's why Saudi Arabia is coming, and there's even Emirates people are very interested to have some investment in this place. They're coming soon also. So these 200 projects in this piece of land makes a new future with a new looking for a new tourism destination within Egypt again. So for the tourism, let me say, I would like also every time to remind the Egyptian people, Egypt owns 66% of the tourism worldwide. Historical places, safaris, diving, beach, name it.
Yeah.
Plus the huge pharaonic
cultural
pharaonic.
I mean, we have
everything. The culture, and by the way, the French people, they adore the culture tourism.
For 300 years now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I expect a lot of deals going to be signed within this visit related to tourism investment.
Tomorrow is another day, and inshallah, it's going to be a brighter day.
Inshallah, yes.
Dr. Heba, I really enjoyed my time being with you, but unfortunately we're running out of time. We're going to leave you with a promise to see you again in a new episode of Our World Today.
Thank you.
Well, by this we come to the end of this episode of The World Today. On behalf of Yasser Abdul Maqsood, Fayal محمد عبد الله, آيات علي طه, إلهام محيان, myself Nermeen Abdurrahman. Many thanks for watching. Have a very good afternoon.